Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Taylor. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're doing a Valentine's Day inspired nail art design, and I am using Polygel. It's been a while since I used Polygel, so I'm really excited. Today I'm sharing with you this AOKITEC, and I hope I said that right. I really and truly hope I didn't butcher the company's name, but this is a nail extension gel kit. And as soon as I open up the package, the first thing is their business card as well as the poly nail instruction. So this is the user manual, and it also has some tips on it, so feel free to pause the video at any time and go ahead and check that out. So this is what the packaging looks like. Everything is really well packaged. So I'm going to take everything out. I'm going to run through each item individually. So basically this is an entire kit that will get your nails done. So it does come with a slip solution, a top coat, a base coat. You have a 100 grade hand file, of course your polygel brush, which has the spatula on one side and the brush on the other. This kit also includes a 6-watt mini LED light, which comes with that power cable but no block. And you have a box of dual forms that comes with 120 pieces. Now me personally, I'm not a dual form person, so I do wish that they would start trading out these dual forms and including nail tips with these kits, but that's just my opinion. So finally we have the stars of the show. We have the actual polygels. Now this kit does include 6 polygels. However, you get a free one, so it gives you a total of 7 polygel tubes in this kit. So while I swatch these polygels on screen, I'll have the names of each one on the screen as well. And I want to chat with you guys a little bit about the consistency of these products as well as the colors that they included. Now you have 2 nude shades of polygel, which I am a lover of nudes, so that's a win for me. However, the free polygel was a white. If you're into like pink and whites, that is perfect. For me personally, I really hoped that they would have included a clearness, seeing as we have 4 glitter polygels. Now the consistency of the nude and the white is absolutely amazing to work with. I did love working with it. It was easy to manipulate, it wasn't too sticky, and their slip solution is really good as well. However, while I was swatching the glitters, I realized that the consistency is completely different to the nudes and the white. This is why I'm saying I hope that they included a clear in this kit. Maybe after watching over this video they might include a clear polygel, because you need a little more structure if it is that you are going to be using the glitter polygels. You need to encapsulate them. The consistency of the glitter is not as thick as the nudes or the white. It is a little bit more on the gummy side, if that makes sense. So therefore you definitely need some sort of structure. So if you're using this kit, I will recommend getting a clear polygel as well. So I will recommend encapsulating for strength purposes, and encapsulating your glitter polygel is also going to help that tube to last longer rather than using the entire tube or the majority of the tube to build up the structure of the nail. You can save on your glitter product by having a clear polygel. So I just wanted to mention this to you guys, because I know having a kit like this, sometimes we worry about the product and the consistency and how easy or hard it is to work with it. This one was really easy to work with. Even with their slip solution and that gummy glitter polygel, it didn't stick to the brush either. And I know once we're spending our money, we want to have good products, so that is why I took the time while swatching these products to actually give you guys my honest and professional opinion on these polygels. So here we have all the swatches of the colors that are included in this kit, and I must say I love the color range, and those glitters are so cute. So if you guys are interested in this kit, I will have it linked in my description box, and I also have a coupon code down there for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into today's design. Seeing as I've swatched them, I've had a feel of the consistency, the colors, so that way I know exactly what I want to create for you guys. Now if you are doing this design on your natural nails, you definitely need to go ahead and properly prep those nail plates, okay? Today I'm using my practice hand, so I'm taking my medium grit sanding band and my 𝗫𝗫 rechargeable e-file, and I'm using my e-file at just 3000 RPMs, and I'm going to remove the shine off of the nail bed area. After I do that, I'm taking my 𝗪𝗁 nail glue and the XXL BeGlamorous nails, which is in testing nail tips, and I'm going to be attaching that to my practice hand. Now one of you guys asked me on Instagram if I could show how I prep my practice hand. This is basically what I do. The natural nails that you see on the nail bed area of my practice hand, you can find on my Amazon storefront. I will have it linked in my description box for you guys. Now I am taking the straight edge nail clippers and I'm just trimming these nails down just a little bit, and I'm taking the hand file that is included in this kit, and I am using the 100 grit side just to slightly bring in the sidewalls of the nail tips to line up with my practice hand. I'm not really reshaping the nail tips because I don't have any need to, and then I'm going to use the same hand file to blend the nail tip into the nail bed area, and I'm going to remove the shine off of the entire nail tip. Once you're using gel or polygel, you cannot go on top of a shiny surface. You definitely need to rough up that nail tip in order for the polygel or builder gel to adhere to these nails. If you're using acrylic, this step is optional. After I do that, all I do is take my dust brush and remove the excess dust off of the nails, and that is how I would prep my practice hand. The nude nail tips that I use for the nail bed area is not really stuck down to the practice hand. Sometimes I will take a drop of my 𝗪𝗁 nail glue or whatever nail glue that I'm using at the time, and I will just put it underneath that nude area just to secure the nails from sliding out. But I do love that nude nail tip that you see on the nail bed area because it does go all the way up inside of the socket for the nail, so that way it doesn't really slide or move because it fits so nice and secured. That is basically all I do when it comes to prepping my practice hand, and I really hope that helps. So now that the nails are prepped and ready for my polygel application, I am going to be starting off with a base coat. If you're doing this on your natural nails and you want to use a primer, you can definitely go ahead and do that. On my practice hand, I'm just going to be applying the base coat that is included in this kit, and I do only apply base coat to that nail plate. Even if I'm doing it on a client, I only apply base coat to the natural nails. I don't take it all the way to the free edge of the extension because one, that's just wasting product and it's not necessary. So once the base coat is applied to all the nails, I am going to go ahead and put that in the mini 6-watt light and give it a full 30-second cure. Now I am taking natural pink and I'm going to be applying this to the cuticle area as well as bring it up the center of the nail. Now in my mind, before I started creating this design, I wanted to do like a V cut with that nude V cut in the center of the nail and then a glitter on the end. I wasn't sure which glitter I was about to use just yet, but then I decided that I don't want that V cut with the polygel. I wanted it on one side of the nail because then I had an idea for something else that I wanted to do on the opposite side. So this is me switching my design in the middle of my polygel application, which is fine because it's polygel, it's not set. So therefore I have time to manipulate it and time to move it to where I want it. And once I was happy with that diagonal line, everything was nice and crisp, I did go ahead and give it a flash cure in the mini light. Now one thing I would say with the mini light is that you definitely need a bigger light. I am working with 2 layers of polygel and I'm curing it in that 6-watt light. It did cure, but I would suggest, to save time as well, you can use 1 layer of polygel if you know what you want to create. So therefore when you pop it in a higher wattage light, it's going to cure all the way through. Because I'm just using the mini light, I'm using 2 layers of polygel, so that way I'm curing in between each layer and I'm fully curing in between each layer. After that is fully cured, I am taking a lint-free wipe with some alcohol and I remove that tacky layer, and I'm taking the same hand file that is included in this kit on the 100 grit side once again, and I'm going to sharpen up that diagonal line. I'm also using it just to crisp back up the shape of the nail, so that way I have an outline when I'm about to apply the glitter. So I decided to go with the rose gold glitter because it's just like Valentine's Day and it fits so perfectly with this nude, and I absolutely love it. I am not going to be encapsulating this nail, so I am building up the structure with the nude, and I'm also building up the thickness at the tip of the nail with this glitter. One of the things that I wanted to test when using this glitter is to see if I can file it without losing the color at the end of my design. Stay tuned for that one. That is something that I'll surprise you guys with. I did not encapsulate this glitter at all. So now that I have that nail down, because I know what I want to create on it, I'm going to be building up this entire nail with that nude polygel. Again, I am working in 2 layers because I'm only carrying with that mini light. I'm stressing on only carrying with the mini light because if you guys purchase this kit, some of you all are not going to have a bigger light or a light with a higher wattage. You are going to be using the light that is included in this kit. In order for it to fully cure, you will have to work with it in multiple layers. It's just what it is because of the wattage of the light that is included in this kit. For me personally, when I'm working with the first layer, I focus on my cuticle area and sidewalls, make sure they're nicely tucked and sealed in, and also working that product down the nail, making sure that the entire nail is covered with the first layer of product, maintain my nail shape as I'm going down, and then I remove any of the excess polygel. After I do that, I go ahead and give it a full cure, and then I come on top of it again with the second layer. Now for my second layer, this is where I'm going to be using it to build up the strength of the nail. I mostly keep the polygel in the center of the nail because I've already worked on my sides, I've already sealed in the cuticle area. So this is where I'm building up the apex, which is the strength of your nail. So definitely take that into consideration if it is that you're having problems with one bead of polygel or you're putting too much product on it and you can't control it. This is a way to control your product and not waste too much of your polygel. And these are not big tubes. These are probably like a 15 ml tube, or if so much, maybe 10. I don't know. It doesn't say the size on the tube, so I can't tell you guys exactly what size each tube is. But in order to save on your product, you work smart.
Get to know me, tapping into that good energy. And I'm more for something carefree. Pour a drink, have a seat next to me. Yeah. Touching my skin, got us both wanting more. Breath on my neck, got my clothes all over the floor.
So now I'm just going to repeat the same thing that we did on the pinky nail on this nail, and then I'm going to build up the entire structure on the ring finger like I did on the middle finger with the nude.
Baby, can you stop hesitating? No more second thoughts, stop delaying. Got me feeling like a queen, like you're leading when you love me like that. When you love like that, when you love it on me like that. When you love like that, when you love it on me like that. When you love like that, when you love it on me like that. When you love like that, feel like 24 karat. Baby, I'ma let you hold me, let you see the hidden side that no one sees. Keep it low key, we're making no apology. Cause you had a gun, now you don't. My man let me, I'm all alone. Way better not like Post Malone. Find me in Japan, just like honey, like it's shopping, you're so yummy, yeah. Touching my skin, got us both wanting more. Breath on my neck, got my clothes all over the floor. Now, can we just start the plan? No more holding back, done. We're waiting, got me feeling like a queen, like you're lady when you love me like that, like that, like that. Yeah, baby, can you stop hesitating? No more second thoughts, stop delaying. Got me feeling like a queen, like you're leading when you love
So this is what my polygel application looks like. I did go ahead and pop the entire hand in my 𝘃𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀 Beyond Rechargeable LED light, and I cured it for 60 seconds. I took another lint-free wipe with some more alcohol and I cleansed the tacky layer off of the nails. And now I'm taking my 𝗪𝗁 hand file. Yes, I did switch the hand file because I tried to do the index finger in one bead of polygel and it did not cure all the way through when I went in to crisp up my diagonal line, and I totally got polygel all in the hand file, so I had to change that out. And I'm just going to redefine the shape of the sidewalls as well as across the free edge of the nail extension. After I do that, I'm taking the 𝘃𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 5-in-1 drill bit and my rechargeable e-file once again, and I'm going to seal in the cuticle area. At this point, I do have my e-file at about 5,000 to 6,000 RPMs. Polygel is not as hard as acrylic, so it doesn't take much filing to get it into shape. You can do this with the hand file that is included with the kit. I personally hate to hand file, so I take full advantage of my e-file just because I don't like to hand file. I only hand file to reshape my sidewalls and across the free edge. That's just me. I prefer to make life easier by using the tools that we have to assist us in making our life easier. If I have to sit and hand file every single set that I have to do on a daily basis, I'll end up in a lot of pain at the end of the day. So in order to prevent that, why not just use what we have? So I am just going to go ahead and continue filing these babies back into shape. Basically, that is all I do. I seal in the cuticle area with the e-file, and then I go over the entire surface of the nail in a vertical direction. I don't go across, I go up and down the nail. And then for my finish filing, I will take a fine sanding band, especially when I'm working with polygel. I like to take a fine sanding band to buff over the entire surface of the nail. I constantly pass my hand over the nail while I'm filing to make sure there's no imperfections or indentations. So if you pass your hand while filing a nail, you are going to feel where you need to focus on filing in order to make it nice and smooth. Everything is nice and flush. That way you get a nice finished file application. If you're working on a client, your final step is to turn that hand around so that you see what the nails look like from your client's point of view. Make sure that everything is lined up, all your nails are nice and even, and you're happy with your application. So after filing with my practice hand, I do like to wash it because the silicone attracts the dust, and no matter how much I cleanse it with a lint-free wipe and my alcohol, it does not clean as much as I would like it to. So I do remove the heavy dust with my dust brush, and then I go ahead and I wash the hand, dry it with a paper towel, and then I come back in and start the nail art part. So now I'm taking the top coat that is included in this kit, and I'm going to go over all the nails, make sure to remove any excess gel off the sides to maintain my nail shape, and I'm going to give that a full cure of 60 seconds.
To that good energy, and I'm more for something carefree. Pour a drink, have a seat next to me. Yeah. Touching my skin, got us both wanting more. Breath on my neck, got my clothes all over the floor. Why can't we just start the plan? No more holding back. Done with waiting, got me feeling like a queen. Like
So on this nail, we are going to be filling the entire nail with some sugar hearts. I did custom make this pink color. This is Madam Glam's gel paint that I'm using, as well as their fine liner brush. You guys know that I absolutely love this brush. Creating these hearts, I don't have a specific way of drawing hearts, but to make it easier, I'm going to show you guys while I'm drawing the other one. So if it is that you're having problems doing a heart, you can use a dotting tool to start the 2 points of the heart with, and then you connect it with your nail art brush. I just put a dollop of gel at the tip of the brush and start like working from the center outwards to create that, and then I bring 2 commas down on each side to connect them to the base, and I bring it inward like a flower petal from the center to connect to the bottom on one side, and then the center to connect to the bottom on the opposite side, and then I just go in and fill it with my gel paint. If I find like one side needs to be, you know, a little bigger, or one side needs to be a little more even to the opposite side, I'll just tweak it accordingly until I'm happy with the way that it looks. So basically when I'm drawing a heart, I'm literally just eyeballing it. So once I'm happy with the way that it looks, I then go ahead and move on to the next one. But I do like to do my sugar nails in portions, especially when I'm doing a repeated design. I will do one part of the nail. In this case, I'm doing the tip of the nail and covering it with hearts. So I start with the whole heart first, and then I go ahead and fill in like the corners or the corner of the tip or the side wall of the nail with like little half of hearts. Once I do the entire tip, I'm going to take my glitter and I'm going to coat over it, and then I'm going to give it a cure for 30 seconds. Remove the excess glitter, and then I'm going to proceed back to the cuticle area with more hearts. In this case, I started with this kind of bright pink, so I'm mixing the pink that I originally started with a little bit of white gel paint every time I stop to do the sugar effect. So you're going to see it look like a sort of gradient from the tip all the way up to the cuticle area.
I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always had my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got 2 good shoulders to cry on. I was alright on my own till I fell, but it wasn't fake. And I couldn't tell at the time, but I was my own soulmate. It's like I forgot I was fine, let you treat me any kind of way. Now I'm free, you gotta celebrate. You couldn't see everything and stay. That I wasn't afraid to say, yeah. If I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to. If I gotta choose me, I gotta do what I gotta do. When I love you, I lose me. Now I can't be attached to you no more. I like me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better, I like me better, yeah, yeah. I like me better, I like me better when I wasn't yours. I like me better, yeah, yeah, yeah. I gave you all that you asked of me. You like the view from behind, but you won't make an ass of me. That's why I'm saying goodbye. Hopping out my feelings, get to the money. Gotta keep it 100. Leaving you ain't really took nothing from me. So don't come looking for me. I'm that bitch and I have it. You forgot but I haven't. You was just a no habit, so I'ma disappear like magic. I'm that bitch and I have it. You forgot but I haven't. Now you wish that you had it. But all I gotta say back is, if I gotta choose me, I won't be afraid to. If I gotta choose me, I gotta do what I gotta do. When I love you, I lose me. No, I can't be attached to you no more. I like me better when I wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to.
So this is what the nail looks like. I did remove all the excess glitter and it's just absolutely freaking stunning, isn't it? I posted this on Instagram. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, you would have missed the little preview that I posted there for you guys. So on the diagonal nails, I wanted to do a sugar effect on the opposite side of that glitter. So I'm taking my striper brush and I'm using one of the shades of pink that I'm left with on my palette from the heart nail, and I'm going to just outline, trying to keep it as even as possible to the opposite side so that it looks nice and clean. And I am using my cleanup brush with alcohol if I feel the need to go in and just neaten up those lines. And again, I'm just doing a outline, making sure that everything is lining up nicely, and then I'm going to outline the side wall of the extension. While that gel paint is still wet, I'm going to take my glitter and I'm going to sugar it. After I do that, I just tap the nail to remove any excess glitter, and I'm going to flash cure this nail for 15 seconds. And I did go ahead and repeat that same thing on the pinky nail, however I did not record it.
That I wasn't afraid to say, yeah. If I gotta choose me,
So moving on to the middle finger, I decided that I wanted this nail to be sort of a graffiti all over the place type of nail, and I have these heart-shaped fluffy magnetic charms that I wanted to use. So what I decided to do is to just create some lips, the EXO, some hearts on this nail, and just place them randomly, and then use the heart towards the cuticle area. So that is all I'm going to do. I'm starting off with a little lip at the free edge. My lips are really random because some are big, some are small. I mean, nobody's lips are the same, right? So after I do the lip at the tip of the nail on one corner, I'm going to do an EXO on the opposite side, and I'm just going to continue working my way up the nail just like this. Once I'm happy with the way that it looks, and I know that I don't have to go all the way to the cuticle area because I'm going to be placing a big charm there. So I'm just like gauging how big the charm is going to be and how much of the nail that I need to cover with my art, and I'm just going all the way up towards the cuticle area until I think I've reached the point where, you know, I don't have to go any further. And then I'm going to use my sugaring glitter and I'm going to go over this design.
Something carefree, pour a drink, have a seat next to me. Yeah. Touching my skin, got us both wanting more. Breath on my neck, got my clothes all over the floor. Why can't we just start the plan? No more holding back. Done with waiting, got me feeling like a queen, like your lady. Will you love me like that, like that, like that? Yeah, baby, can you stop hesitating? No more second thoughts. Stop delaying, got me feeling like a queen, like your lady. Will you love me like that? Will you love like that? Will you love it on me like that? Will you love like that? Will you love it on me like that? Will you love like that? Will you love it on me like that? Will you love like that? You're like 24 karat.
So now that that is cured, I'm taking my Nail Couture's DIY gel and I'm just going to use this to attach the heart to the nail. It acts as a rhinestone glue and it really does work really well for that as well. So I will have it linked in my description box, and I do have a discount code for e-nail for you guys. It's brand new, so definitely go ahead and check it out. So after attaching the heart, I did cure it for a full 60 seconds and I found like this part of the nail was missing a little bit of that nail art to just make it look complete. So I just went ahead and added a cute little heart up in that corner, and then I did a sugar, which I totally sugared the entire heart because I didn't know how else to do it without getting the glitter on the heart. But I did go ahead and remove all the excess glitter, and this is our final result. This is what I came up with. This is the end result. I love how this design turned out. If you loved it as much as I do, go ahead and leave me a pink heart emoji in the comment section below, and I want to wish all you girls and guys a happy Valentine's Day. Yes, I know today's Valentine's Day, and that is why I wanted to post this video today for you guys. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you're able to learn a lot from it. Definitely drop me a comment in the comment section below. I love chatting with you guys. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and join the BeGlamorous family. Make sure your notifications are also on so that way you don't miss out whenever I post a new video. As always, I would love for you guys to stay glamorous, be safe, and I'll see you soon.